this gentleman, he asked what we can do so that the things are changed. And what is lean? What is lean?
More with this.
More Now, even in the year 2011, can anybody tell what is Japan and its resources? Resources. India is highly rich in resources, right or not? Japan is highly rich in resources, right or not? What is available? Japan is rich in only one resource.
Human resources.
Rice cultivation. Japan is famous for rice cultivation, and that is the only strength Japan was having. And all other is very scarce or almost nil. For that they have to get it from outside. So everything is scarce in Japan. But when you want to take a bigger competitions, how you can do that? David versus Goliath. So he asked if we are in the process of or in the business of manufacturing cars, but are we at par with these people? They made a study comparing Japan worker, German worker and the US worker. And finally at that time, I am talking about 1950, at that time he said that Japan worker, a Japanese worker, if one US worker is doing a job, 3 German will be doing it. The same job, 9 Japanese will be doing it. That was the study at that time. That means one US operator is equal to 9 Japanese operators. So they thought if we want to overcome this, be profitable and take our concept to the world, we need to do some changes. So for that, what he said, he along with this man, Daiichi Ono and the team, they went to US, they visited this factory, including Ford, including GM. Doing all these things, see, Daiichi Ono is writing about all these things very lucidly in his book called Lead to Lean. That is the blueprint, that is the master craft for lean management. It is a very small book, will be running around only 100 or 110 pages. Lead to Lean by Daiichi Ono. He is the man who credited with all these things. Now he is telling what is the need. Now the first thing is that need. There is a need. Until and unless you don't have a need, all the effort put on lean will go away. So you should have a strong orientation towards the need. If I do not have that need, you cannot sustain. You will not have the momentum. So naturally at that time Japan was less in all its resources. And America has plenty. They can reject, they can waste, they can throw away, they can put it in dustbin, they can do anything. But that is not worth the them. So they said that we will not do it. So they visited and saw and come back and started implementing some of the practices. But dear friends, please understand. They started implementing some practices, but the foundation is a very strong philosophy. Very strong philosophy. That is when I was talking to all of you few minutes before, I was telling about imagination. One such a fantastic imagination was done by this Daiichi Ono. Is that when he was in, you are all using mobile phones? Please put it in the silent mode. When he was in US, he visited supermarket. Are we all aware about the supermarket? Right? Can anybody tell few supermarkets name? Can anybody tell the characteristics of Super Bazaar?
You can buy pink biscuit.
Can you tell any character? What it is?
You can buy pink biscuit.
All the products will be available. Very good. Yes. How many people are here? 50. Now today you are all going to which supermarket you like? You are all entering into Kannada department store, and the paper you are having in your hand for the purchase of all these things is ready. And incidentally it is a Xerox copy of 50. This is Xerox. Means there are 10 items and all 50 want the same 10 items. So how it will happen? So when you enter, first of all, understand one thing, there were times the market will compete. Even now also market is competing. There are people who put on all the vegetables in a cart and bring it to your house. Right? There are people who who sell this ever silver and aluminium vessel. They put it in a basket and come to your house. There are people come to your house, ring the bell and tell that you buy Colgate or you buy Achi Masala. But what is the difference in supermarket? In supermarket, see, this is what the difference. We see in an ordinary way, but the person like Daichi Uno saw it in a different way. He identified, attributed 3 characters in the supermarket. Number 1, customers are going to supermarket. You got my point? Customers are going to supermarket. Not the market is coming to customer. Any marketing people? Right. Customers are going to supermarket, number 1. Number 2, in supermarket, you get what you want. You get what you want. You get how much you want. Right? You get how much you want. And third most important character is you go to supermarket whenever you have the need. Whenever you want, you go to supermarket and buy it. Maybe that condition has not come to India, but at that time itself in US, supermarkets are running 24 hours. So he said, first customer is going. Second, you get what you want and you get how much you want. The third is that the important point is that time. You go to supermarket when you want. So these 3 concepts he brought it back and then started thinking of how I can use these concepts into my manufacturing. See the difference from the supermarket to manufacturing. He is bringing down the concept and he said, okay fine, now what the Ford methodology says, why not I go back? Customer is going to the supermarket. See, if it is a chain of events that is taking place, then Ford system says it moves like this. And he is the one who is providing service here. He is the one providing service here. Right? But this is what the push type of mechanism. So irrespective of whether he wants or not interested or in good quality or bad quality. If I have to produce 100 numbers per day, I will produce 100 numbers. In this concept, in this cycle, this is the person, this supplier, and he is the customer. He is customer to him. But things were pushed on to the customers. They were pushed. And whether customer wants, whether customer is busy. Now, Ono said, the first concept is that the customer is going. Why not the second operation person go to the first person and get what he wants, how much he wants, and at what time he wants. See, this is the first basic foundation for the so-called lean method. Nobody thought about lean, all these things. Somebody was telling it is derived from Toyota manufacturing, right? Toyota Production System, TPS. What is TPS? What is Toyota Production?
Mass customization.
Huh? It is a production system followed in the company, that's all. Toyota Production System is the production system or a manufacturing system followed in Toyota. And that itself is a paradigm change, paradigm shift has taken place. Now, the second operation person will go to the first person and ask, I want 10 numbers. Give me 10 numbers only. When he says, I want 10 numbers, then that person, first person will start working producing 10 numbers and give only 10 numbers. End of business. I am asking you, give me 10. He will produce and give you 10. Go. Now, again if I want, I will go back again, give me another 7. He will give you another 7. The concept is that customer is going to the supplier and asking, give me this much. And the supplier will give only that. And the rest is no. No. When the customer is asking 10, I am giving 10. Whether that can be any 1 or 2 can be substandard. So quality is to be ensured 100%. So if the customer is asking me 10, I have to give 10, all 10, 15, perfectly okay. So this is the next building block. So when you want, somebody was selling defect-free. Defect-free manufacturing is the cornerstone of Toyota production. How it is done? Again, let's go back to that auto loom system. And in that auto loom, he has devised a system. There are so many that layers will come. If any one is cut, the loom will stop. Now, because of this invention, earlier his mother was working with only one manual loom. Now, a group of looms will be supervised by one lady. This was happened in 1910 or 1915 in Japan. One lady was supervising, say, 10 looms, because there is no need for you to go see that whether all